Tommy Wiseau once yelled at a crew member for farting on set. All of the living room furniture in Johnny and Lisa's apartment is positioned in such a way that it obscures the view of the TV. The woman in the flower shop was not an actress, she actually worked there. According to Greg Sestero, when Tommy Wiseau saw the dog he asked if it was the real thing. Tommy Wiseau originally wrote The Room as a 600-page novel, which he then turned into a script for a stage play. He later realized more people are watching films in the cinema than a play in a theater. According to Juliet Danielle, when Tommy Wiseau said the line, "In a few minutes, bitch," everyone on the set began laughing at him. He apparently came out of the bathroom and demanded to know what was so funny. A lot of the film's dialogue was dubbed in, which is why there are many out-of-sync scenes. Tommy Wiseau was said to be unable to memorize lines, necessitating the use of cue cards. This was a major headache for the sound crew. Greg Sestero had considerable difficulty delivering the line, "Leave your stupid comments in your pocket," due to its unnatural nature, and his requests to alter it were denied by Tommy Wiseau, who insisted that it was Sestero's delivery, not the line, that was the issue. According to Greg Sestero, Tommy Wiseau submitted the film to Paramount Pictures, intending to have them on board as distributor. Usually, it takes around 2 weeks to get a reply from the studio. The Room was rejected within 24 hours of Wiseau submitting it. Towards the end of the Los Angeles set parts of the shoot, morale on set was so low that cinematographer Todd Barron's name wasn't listed on the clapperboard, take numbers weren't being recorded, crew members were wandering in and out of shots, and entire scenes were out of focus because nobody bothered to check the lens. Tommy Wiseau loved filming the first love scene so much, he decided to write in a second love scene. But Juliet Danielle hated doing the first one and refused to do another. As a compromise, the second love scene between Johnny and Lisa was made from a combination of reused and unused shots from the first one. After a very limited theatrical run in 2003, the film has amassed a cult following. Audience members dress up as the characters, throw plastic spoons at the screen, and toss rugby balls to each other. Tommy Wiseau used to attend many screenings, and held Q&A sessions with the audience. The film was shot simultaneously on 35mm film and high-definition video. Tommy Wiseau was confused about the differences between the formats, so he used both cameras on the same mount. He also bought the cameras instead of renting them as film productions usually do. The HD camera itself cost around £80,000. Tommy Wiseau claims to have financed the film by importing and selling leather jackets from South Korea. He refuses to further elaborate on this. According to Greg Sestero's book, The Disaster Artist, he said Tommy financed the film after having made a fortune over several years of entrepreneurship and real estate development in and around Los Angeles and San Francisco. According to Greg Sestero, Tommy Wiseau intended for the film to contain a subplot in which Johnny was revealed to be a vampire. Wiseau asked crew members to figure out a way to film a sequence where Johnny's Mercedes would fly across the San Francisco skyline, revealing Johnny's vampiric nature. Wiseau dropped the idea after being told that there was no practical way to film the flying car scenes on the production's budget. After low ticket sales, the film was almost immediately pulled from cinemas. Tommy Wiseau paid to keep the film playing in one cinema for 2 more weeks so it would be eligible for Oscar nominations. This proved to be a fruitless attempt, as the film didn't receive any nominations. Ironically, the 2017 film, The Disaster Artist, based on Greg Sestero's book, received an Oscar nomination for Best Adapted Screenplay.